Hello everyone, it is Marc Berman from NATPE 2013 in very sunny Miami Beach, Florida. I am here with Jordan Levin. Hello Jordan.
Hi Mark.
It's nice to see you again. You were here with me last year.
That
Jordan
is
is the president of Ally Digital and the CEO of Generate, and you were also actively involved with NATPE, the chairman of NATPE.
That's correct.
And how we're winding down this conference. We're kind of like past the halfway point. What do you think so far?
It's been exciting. It's really been great. I mean, it's been a tremendous pivot point for us to mark our 50th anniversary, recognize where we've come from, recognize the vision that birthed this organization, the entrepreneurship that helped to create an industry in terms of not only off-network sitcoms, but first run. And now to look at this conference and see the diverse representation from the advertising communities, the digital communities, the traditional television communities, as well as to see the international representation. It's exciting because it feels like there's new life here. Attendance is up. The number of buyers is up. A lot of studios and station groups have returned. But to really see, NATPE play a role connecting all these communities and industries that really are increasingly interconnected is exciting, and it's got a really fantastic energy.
It's always interesting for me because I remember the old days when I would come down here and I pretty much knew everybody. It was really a small community of people, but it was very station driven, coming down here to buy syndicated programming. And now when I went to the opening NATPE party and I looked around, I'm like, who are all these people? Where are they coming from? But a lot of it's international, obviously. There's a very big presence, and digital really is growing in leaps and bounds. How do you keep up with the changes? How do you, you way back when, we remember what it was like getting, in the metered markets and things started, changing, but how do you keep up with this?
It's a full-time job. And it is something that, I think you have to be naturally curious about, or else it feels like a job versus an interest and a passion. A lot of it still comes down to trusting your gut and the core fundamentals of what makes anything work. Who's the audience? What's the marketplace need? Where's there a disenfranchised audience? Who's talented? Who has something to say? But certainly, I think you need to recognize increasingly or increased portability of content, and that there's a lot of different sources and diversity of voices, entering into the business, and that you sort of have to take any preconceived notions that you may have and throw them out the window and look to see where there's traction. And I think a lot of it is thinking about a view as a view, or as a person in the audience as a single person in the audience, whether it's a unique view on digital or whether it's a on-demand view or SVOD view or a view on TV, and really discount the delivery system to some degree. And I mean,
it's obviously it's not tracking certain programs now, the way they're airing, it's obviously not really accessible. So I guess you're just really right now going with what you think is going to resonate. And obviously there's such a huge social media platform. Even for somebody like me that writes for a living, the minute I write something, I have to put it on Twitter, I have to put it on Facebook. And it's not just about, it's completely changing every moment. It's just very hard to keep up with it.
It is. And, part of it's, we used to tell the audience where to go and what to do. And to some degree what to watch. And the audience is increasingly in control, and now we have to meet the needs of the audience like any other business, and that's both challenging and an opportunity.
And how is business on your end?
Business has been really exciting. I mean, we've we sold our company Generate a year ago to Ally Digital. We're part of a larger company now. We're an integrated media company trying to create intellectual property assets, no different than any other media company, but we're focused on a younger audience, and because of that and because of the efficiencies that it represents, we're very active in the digital space, and the number of channels that we've grown organically, as well as the number of channels that we've acquired and helped develop and build, along with colleagues like Barry Blumberg, who I know you spoke to earlier. That's really been exciting and fun for someone like me who comes out of a more traditional network TV background, and yet one of my partners, Pete Aronson, used to run Regency Studios and head of creative affairs for Disney, and myself, where still actively selling, television projects, along with our talent management department. A lot of our managers produce and have a lot happening in TV, both on cable and broadcast, and as well as active and digital. So it's a fun shop to be a part of.
It just sounds like it. I mean, listen, you go back, to the days when you were launching a new network and were a pioneer back then. So I guess it's all about creativity, new models, and different ways to view content.
It is. I mean,
it's a little dizzy.
It still comes back to the content, though. And as complicated as it gets, it's pretty simple. And I think that's what this conference is really trying to emphasize, is that at the end of the day, it's about content that resonates.
And listen, Miami Beach is certainly a different environment. I'm still thinking we're going to Vegas, so I still have to get into this mode. And we'll be back here next year in Miami.
We will be back here next year.
Cool. Well, thank you for joining me again.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. I am Marc Berman from TV Media Insights. We are coming to you from NATPE 2013. Take care, everybody.